Welcome to the Art Lady's home. Today I'm going to be showing you how I did my raised plaster designs in the new kitchen remodel. What I wanted to do was just to have like a peekaboo, little peeking vines and garlands of roses coming through the plaster. After I plastered the wall, I put a stencil on top of the wall, and then I applied plaster over the stencil. And then I pulled the stencil off, and then my rose was raised up, and you could see the roses. Now each little section is a different rose, and it's made by stencils, one at a time. You can see how I the top rose, you can see how I partially did a little piece of that. And then the next rose down here was another stencil. And then I repeated that stencil again. So I had several little roses and designs, and I just repeated them and moved them throughout to create a little vine. And then I did just the leaves in some parts so that it looked natural, not artificial. I also did, I'll show you on this wall here. So I did a gradual little peekaboo coming down from the ceiling, like it's hanging off of an arbor, and then it comes up here like it's growing up from the bottom. I also did it wrap around. You can see how it's wrapped around the corner, just to give it a little bit of a more decorative custom effect. On the other side of this wall, I have a little bit more of that peekaboo coming out. I was trying to decorate this little wall here. And then it comes around this way with a small little garland, kind of just blending in and ending. And when I end it down here, I kind of just make it thinner and kind of blend it in very lightly so it kind of just disappears in there. Now I'll show you a few other pieces and places where I did my decorative roses in the kitchen. So I'll walk kind of slow. I'm going to go by the refrigerator. And I have it come up above the stove area here, above the oven. So it comes down from the ceiling, and then it kind of continues the vine behind the oven and microwave, and then it ends just in a little peekaboo place right here. So I have just two of these little peekaboo areas in the kitchen. Just enough detail. I didn't want to overdo this rose vine and just get crazy and do it everywhere. Just a slight, barely visible texture to that stucco wall, or actually it's a Venetian plaster wall. So just a little bit of accent, just to add a little surprise. And I didn't want to paint on top so you could see it. I just wanted it to kind of blend in so that it just became part of the plaster and it was barely noticeable.